This is to advise the general public that in compliance with Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, entitled Senator Bar and Bear Open Public Meeting Act, New Jersey Casino Control Commission on December 8, 2020, filed with Secretary of State at the State House in Trenton an annual meeting schedule. On December 9, 2021, copies were mailed to subscribers. Any member of the public who wish to address the commission will be given the opportunity to do so before the commission adjourns for the day. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning.
Good morning. Please answer when I call your name for the roll, please. Oh, I'm sorry. Mr. Chairman, my apologies.
No problem. It's one of those days.
Yeah, one of
morning.
those days.
Welcome, everyone who is joining us in person and remotely today. For this meeting, we are permitting meeting participants who wish to do so to continue to address the Commission through remote technology. We are also permitting in-person participation. The public meeting room is therefore open, and appropriate health measures are being taken. We will, however, continue to stream our public meetings. The public is able to listen through the access provided on the Commission's website, as well as through our YouTube channel. We will accept public comments via email. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov. I will repeat that. Public comments can be sent to public.comments@ccc.nj.gov, beginning now and any time throughout the meeting, ending at the time of adjournment. This meeting is being transcribed as well as recorded, and minutes will be available on our website in due course. To meeting participant callers, I ask that you follow the instructions provided with the web link or audio call-in code and place your phones on mute until your matter is called. Also, please remember to identify yourself before speaking. Thank you.
Now we re-roll the tape. For the record, please, would you please answer when I call your name? Bless you. Commissioner Molyneux?
Present.
Vice Chair Cooper?
Present.
And Chairman Pelosi?
Present.
Thank you. Matters reviewed in closed session this morning included employee key license application matters and a litigation update. The first matter for your consideration is the ratification of the minutes of the September 14, 2022 public meeting.
Are there any questions for council or corrections?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to ratify the minutes of the September 14th, 2022 meeting.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 2 are applications for initial casino key employee licenses. They include Robert G. Caprice Sr., Christopher J. DeAngelis, K.L. Lee, also known as K.L. Kalak, Thomas J. Murphy Jr., Jasna M. Patel, also known as Justinaben M. Patel, and Morgan E. Steichen. With respect to all matters excluding D. Thomas J. Murphy Jr., the division has reviewed, as well as commission staff, and recommend to the commission that those initial casino key employee licenses be granted.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the 5 initial casino key employee licenses.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you. With respect to Thomas J. Murphy Jr. to D, the division has requested this matter be conferenced. Staff concurs and recommend that you remand it to the contested case hearing process.
Are there any questions regarding this matter?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to remand for a hearing the initial casino key employee license application of Thomas J. Murphy Jr.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 3 are approvals through delegation of authority between September 1, 2022 and September 30, 2022 pursuant to resolution number 2201-1211B. Patrick Eeler, Supervisor Licensing and Financial Evaluation, is here to review those matters with you. However, no action is required by the commission.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Patrick Eeler, Licensing and Financial Evaluation Manager, appearing on behalf of the Commission. Between September 1st and September 30th, 2022, the staff of the Commission's Regulatory Affairs Division granted the following approvals via its delegated authority. Multi-casino endorsements on existing casino key employee licenses were granted to Frank Canistra Jr. for a Director of Slot Performance position, and to Louis J. DeFabio for a Sportsbook Assistant Manager position, both for Caesars Atlantic City and Harrah's Atlantic City. Multi-casino endorsements on existing casino key employee licenses were granted to the following individual for positions at Caesars Atlantic City, Harrah's Atlantic City, and Tropicana Atlantic City. They are Christina A. Boxer for the Regional Vice President of National Casino Marketing position, Christine M. Critelli for the position of Vice President of Human Resources, Atlantic City Region, Harry A. Holbrook for a Market Technology Operations Manager position, Annabelle Lynn for a Security Administrator position, Christine M. Pacifico for a Market Technology Operations Manager position, Michael A. Pompey for the position of Human Resources Director, the Atlantic City Region, Glenn K. Rothstein for a Vice President and Chief Counsel, Regional Operations position, Bessie A. Sacco for a Vice President and Chief Counsel, Regional Operations position, Mary L. Spatola for a Player Services Director position, Richard M. Tartaglio for a Senior Employment Counsel position, Cheryl L. Thomas for a Materials Management Director position, Stefan J. Vandermolen for Vice President of Catering and Convention Events position, David B. Westervelt for a Security Administrator position, Suzanne M. Weist also for a Security Administrator position, and James M. Ziris for the position of Vice President of Hotel Sales, the Atlantic City Region. On September 8th, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Nicholas T. DeGennaro for a dual-rate surveillance officer / supervisor position at Tropicana Atlantic City, to Beatrice A. Flanagan for an assistant security shift manager position at Borgata, to Cynthia M. Knox for a dual-rate casino cashiering supervisor position at Ocean Casino, and to Michael J. Thice for a dual-rate security shift manager position at Caesars Atlantic City. On September 12th, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Wendy N. Lindberg for a compliance manager position at Hard Rock Atlantic City, and to Michelle D. Palmisano for an executive director of finance position at Borgata. On September 13th, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Brandy K. Johnson for a part-time casino cashiering supervisor position at Ocean Casino, and to Tashi M. Thomas for a dual-rate casino cashiering supervisor position at Ocean Casino. On September 21st, 2022, temporary casino key employee licenses were granted to Avida Bhattacharjee for a casino cashiering supervisor position at Borgata, and to Antonio M. George for a sportsbook manager position at Tropicana, Atlantic City. And finally, on September 23rd, 2022, a temporary casino key employee license was granted to Ronaldo Acevedo Jr. for a dual-rate surveillance officer / supervisor position at Harrah's, Atlantic City. This memorializes the noted approvals that were granted by the Commission's Division of Regulatory Affairs via its delegated authority during this period, and no further Commission action is required. Thank you.
Thank you. Item number 4 are requests for inactivation of casino key employee licenses. Again, I'll defer to licensing manager and financial evaluation unit manager Patrick Ealer to review those matters with you.
The following 6 individuals have requested to be placed on the casino key employee approved inactive list for a period of up to 5 years in lieu of filing a casino key employee license review application. Holly A. Campano, also known as Holly A. Verbano. Teresa A. Glabaki, also known as Teresa A. Capobianco. Carol T. Greenbaum. Amy L. Hafel, Muhammad R. Idin, and David E. Manning. Commission staff has reviewed these requests and recommends that you grant the requested relief.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the requested relief and order that the 6 casino key employee licenses be inactivated.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Agenda item number 5 is consideration of the lapsing of casino key employee licenses. Again, Manager Patrick Ealer will review those with you.
At this time, there are 4 individuals for your consideration to lapse their casino key employee license. In these cases, the casino key employee license review application filing deadline has passed, and the individual has not filed a casino key employee license review application, nor requested to be placed on the approved inactive list. Based on these facts, staff recommends that the casino key employee licenses of the following individuals be deemed to have lapsed: Candace E. Braithwaite, also known as Candace E. Brown and Candace E. Floyd. Beverly J. Coles, also known as Beverly J. Coursey. William R. Hopper, and Kenneth J. Karpelurich.
Are there any questions on any of these matters?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to find that the 4 casino key employee licenses lapsed.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Item number 6 is the stipulation of settlement in the initial application of Rebecca Holmes Vasquez for a casino key employee license. Senior Counsel Teresa Pimpinelli will address that matter with you.
Morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing for the Commission. Before you is the stipulation of settlement for the initial application of Rebecca Holmes Vasquez for her casino key employee license. You have staff's memo and recommendation for this matter. Ms. Holmes Vasquez was not notified of today's appearance but is unable to appear. I would ask counsel for the division to enter their appearance and proceed.
Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division has nothing further on this matter and respectfully requests that the stipulation be approved as submitted. Thank you.
And for the record, Mr. Vasquez is not here or on
Vasquez is
phone?
not here,
Thank you. Okay. Are there any questions for council on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to approve the stipulation of settlement between the division and applicant and grant the initial application of Rebecca Holmes Vasquez for a casino key employee license, subject to compliance with the terms and conditions as provided for in the stipulation.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Item number 7 is consideration of the initial application of Yvette Nguin for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Councilman Pimpinelli will review that with you.
Morning again, Chairman and Commissioners. Teresa Pimpinelli appearing for the Commission. For your consideration is the initial application of Yvette Nguin for her casino key employee license. Division filed a supplemental letter report. You have staff's memo on this matter. Ms. Nguyen was notified of today's meeting but is unable to be here, and I would just ask the division to enter their appearance and proceed.
Chairman and Commissioners, Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a supplemental report dated September 20th, 2022, withdrawing the division's request for a conference in this matter, as the applicant has provided documentation that the applicant amended the applicant's 2021 federal and state of New Jersey tax returns and has paid in full all resulting liability. Accordingly, the division now recommends the granting of the application for a casino key employee license. Thank you.
And for the record, Mr. Nugent, or Ms. Nugent is not here, correct?
Right, correct.
Thank you. Are there any questions for council on this matter?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the initial application of Yvette Nguin for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. Agenda item number 8 is consideration of the initial application of Desiree M.S. Avida, Vito, for a casino key employee license. Again, Senior Counsel Pimpinelli will review that with you.
Chairman and Commissioners, Teresa Pimpinelli, Senior Counsel, appearing again for the Commission. For your consideration is the initial application of Desiree Acevedo for her casino key employee license. A supplemental letter report was filed in this matter. You have staff's memo, and Ms. Acevedo was notified of today's proceedings but advised she's unable to be here. I would now ask counsel for the division to enter their appearance and proceed.
Chairman and Commissioners, Jocelyn Fedowitz, Deputy Attorney General, on behalf of the Division of Gaming Enforcement. The division filed a supplemental report dated September 29th, 2022, withdrawing the division's request for a conference in this matter, as the applicant has provided documentation that the applicant no longer owes a debt to the New Jersey Department of Labor. Accordingly, the division now recommends the granting of the application for a casino key employee license. Thank you.
Again, for the record, Ms. Avida is not here?
Correct.
Correct. Thank you. Are there any questions for council on this matter?
No.
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I move to grant the initial application of Desiree M. Acevedo for a casino key employee license.
Is there a second?
Mr. Chairman, I second the motion.
Any further discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it.
Thank you. So in accordance with Resolution 21120803, the next closed session of the Commission shall be held on Wednesday, November 9, 2022, at 9:30 a.m. in the Commission offices.
Thank you, counsel. Yeah, I'd like to read a statement. 45 years ago this month, the Casino Control Commission held its very first public meeting. The date was October 4th, 1977. Public interest was robust, and the commission did not yet have its own public meeting space. That meeting was held in the General Assembly chambers at the State House in Trenton. The first order of business at that meeting was to announce that the commission's adherence to the Open Public Meetings Act Through all these years, it has continued as our first order of business at every public meeting, just as it was done today. The Commission's mission is to promote public confidence and trust in the credibility and the integrity of the gaming industry. In no small measure, public confidence and trust has been achieved and strengthened through the transparency that this Commission has provided. At the first public meeting, Chairman Lordi set the tone for the way the Commission would operate under his leadership. We still have his original meeting notes with us today. Going into that meeting, there was a lot on his mind. The weight of the responsibility given by the people to their government in approving the casino referendum. The promise of revitalizing the convention, entertainment, and resort industries in Atlantic City. The desire to stimulate the economy of the entire state. And in his words, quote, the awesome task of seeing that the job gets done and that it gets done right. At the first public meeting, many organizations, details, and proposed operations were discussed and debated among the Commission members. The members didn't agree on everything that day. The details of the agenda are less important than the honest, robust discussion and fair consideration of different points of views that occurred. From day one, the public was able to see and hear for itself that this Commission would consider all the facts and opinions while holding the public's interest first and foremost in its decisions. And that the Commission and its sister agency, the Division of Gaming Enforcement, would live up to the responsibility to get the job done right. Of course, legalized gaming in New Jersey did not begin until the following spring. Over the months that followed, the Commission licensed the first casino, resorts, its qualifiers and key employees. Resorts opened its doors to the public on May 26, 1978, but in many ways, New Jersey's foundation for legalized gambling was built in the early days of this Commission. It is my honor and pleasure to mark the occasion of this anniversary of legalized gaming in New Jersey. I'm pleased to announce that the Commission, along with the Division and other stakeholders in this industry, will recognize the 45th anniversary in a symposium being produced by Stockton University in Atlantic City. It will be held in person and online on December 8th, 2022 at 2 p.m. These further details will be available in coming days on our website, as well as the website of Stockton's Levinson Institute of Gaming, Hospitality, and Tourism, commonly known as the Light Commission. Thank you. No? Okay. This is the public participation portion of the meeting. Is there anyone from the public that wishes to speak? Yes, sir.
Is anyone else here?
Could you come up and identify yourself for the record?
William Rayner I'm from all over the United States, technically, but I live in Summers Point.
Did you spell your last name, sir?
Pardon me?
Did you spell your last name?
Raynor. Rayner Showing. I'm always, the first thing I noticed from your talk was integrity, transparency, openness, working for the people, which is very important. I never hear tourists. And when I was a young kid, 6, 7, I used to pick quarters up from the holes in the boardwalk. That's how long I go back, 71 years old. Been to San Diego, just came out of Las Vegas after 3 years. I've seen gambling spawn everywhere all over the United States. The key to all of it is tourism and people. And the people need to recognize who work for you, that you're working for people not just in Atlantic City. You couldn't make it. Casinos couldn't make it with just the people of Atlantic City. The income is too low. So you have to cater to outside. Outside. And then I say, how dare you say smoking is legal inside of a casino? So my main point is the people who you must focus on, not the leaders of the casinos, not the backers of the casinos. It's the people who cater to you. Now we've spawned online gambling. These kids can gamble in the parking lot. They don't need to come to your casino anymore. But Atlantic City always had something unique, which drew my father here. Every year we used to say, Dad, can we go somewhere else for vacation for once? No, you're going to Atlantic City.
Smart man, your dad.
Being Jamaican and loving the ocean, what you've got is different. I've been all over the world, Africa, Asia, China, the Orient, Morocco, New York. I've been those places, okay? And you have something unique that none of them have. We used to be the playground of the world. Las Vegas, everything happens. Las Vegas is secret, right? What's your mannequin? What's your motto? Maybe you need a new one to draw. So basically what you have that's different is you have a beach. These casinos in Vegas are crowded every day, and it's 100 degrees average. What's drawing them? They've learned. They've got museums for kids. You got some go-karts, but they've got high-class go-karts. They got bowling alleys right in the casino. They've got places where kids can play computer games. You just give them a card, put your money on it. I'll be back, son, stay right here. And you go gamble. You've got to draw in the kids. Where's your science center? You've got money. These casinos will pay for it. And then you say, oh, we have some casinos, resorts. These casinos that go back, Hard Rock, go way back. How dare you want to have smoking? What is that? That's not even an issue. Can you smoke in here? Anybody in here smoke? I bet you none of you do. Smokers want to be around smokers. That's the key. They don't want to be around you. They're blowing and they're doing all this. They want to be out there smoking and talking, and doing all that. Give them a room like Vegas, a nice, beautiful room with glass. You can even have somebody at the piano, but you have a state-of-the-art air conditioning system. You put them in there and they become a part of you. They don't want to gamble and really smoke. They do it because they can. That's why, because they can. They go step out for 15 minutes, smoke, come back and even gamble more. Now, you're going to draw in people that say, I'm not going there. I went there and my whole clothes smell like smoke. I went home, my closet smelled like smoke. Come on now, we're grown. We're bigger than that. How dare someone come in and have the nerve to say, oh, we're going to allow smoking because, most of our customers are Asian and they spend a lot of money and gamble. They gamble everywhere. There's no smoking allowed. Come on. And they're going to love you. You're going into the winter season. What's going to draw people here? They can gamble in their car, in the bathroom, anywhere. What's going to draw them in? You need people to ask that question because you're losing it. You're losing businesses. If you go online, your reputation precedes you, which is negative. In most of the casinos in Vegas, when they talk to you, anybody that works there has to say, hi, welcome to Las Vegas. Where are you from? Okay? It's so important. On their badge, it says where they were born or where they're from. It tells you that we want you here. We invite you. Have fun. Spend money. This is the wonderland of the world, Atlantic City. You can swim. You can boat, fish, and guess what? Gamble. And now we even have things for your kids. Everywhere you look, north, south, east, and west, kids can be there. So when you're on vacation, it's not daddy's going to let's all go and have fun. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your time and your comments. Well, any other public comments?
No,
No,
Mr.
we need.
Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Well, at this point there, we'll adjourn the meeting. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make the motion to
Do we have a
adjourn.
second?
Chairman, I second the motion.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.